Really, Isabella? Does that make any goddamn sense to you?
Stop calling me Isabella.
That's your name!
No, it's not.
It is too!
Yes, the voice you just heard belonged to
this woman,
Isabella Guzman, who murdered her mother.
But what is behind this strange behavior? What is she hiding? If you want to know the real truth behind the disturbing and twisted Isabella Guzman case, well, then join me on this profoundly dark journey.
On the day of the murder, August 28, 2013, Isabella Guzman's stepfather, Ryan Hoy, called the police and informed them of another incident that happened between Isabella and her mother, Young-Mi Hoy. This is not her first time, but what really happened that night leading to Young-Mi Hoy murder, and why did Ryan have to reach out to the police? It started with a very serious argument. Then Isabella went to her bedroom and wrote an email to her mother, telling her that she was going to pay for what she said and done to her that night. The family was terrified of Isabella, and they were aware that she wasn't afraid to act on her threats, so they decided to call the police.
But her mother, Young-Mi Hoy, had also gotten in contact with Isabella's biological father, Robert.
When Robert arrived at the house, he took Isabella out in the backyard garden and they spent an hour discussing about her relationship with her mother and the changes that needed to take place. Around 9 p.m., Young-Mi Hoy told her husband Ryan that she was gonna go up for a shower. She's been working all day. She was gonna have a shower before going to bed. When Ryan was in the living room and watching TV, he heard an unexpected thud from upstairs. He heard banging, muffled yelling, and screams, so he jumped up and ran up the stairs to see what happens.
But when he got upstairs, the bathroom door was locked.
And all he could do was run down the stairs, grab his phone, and calling 911. When he finally got back up the stairs, the screams were dying down, and he was on the phone to 911 when he saw a pool of blood slowly start leaking out from under the bathroom door, and there was silence. All of a sudden, the bathroom door unlocked and swung open, and he looked over and there was 18 years old Isabella Guzman standing in the doorway, covered in blood and still holding the knife in her hand, which was still dripping. She just walked past him and walked down the stairs. He said it was so weird because there was an evil look on her face. It was like nothing had ever happened. It was like she literally just walked out the bathroom door after having a shower. You think, what did he do after witnessing his wife's lifeless body on the bathroom floor? But before we get that, what actually happened between Ryan and his wife and what he said in police investigation?
And if you've been enjoying this video up to this point, please like it to show your support.
And I looked down and I saw my wife on the floor, blood everywhere, all over the bathroom. I was talking to the dispatcher, and the dispatcher told me, make sure you get her breathing again, get her airways open. I don't know CPR. But at that time, I looked at my wife's eyes, and I knew that she must not have made it.
Police and ambulance arrived. Isabella was nowhere to be found. A searching team was sent out to find her. Although it would only last one day as they located Isabella over 12 hours later, hiding in the parking garage of South Parker Road. When they actually sat down for an interrogation, they had no idea of exactly who they were to be speaking with, or what was going to happen in this roller coaster of an investigation.
Stop calling me Isabella.
That's your name!
No, it's not.
Isabella states that her name is actually Samantha Gonzalez and that she's 15 years old. However, detectives are well aware that it was not the truth.
You see her fucking face. She has fucking brown eyes.
Okay.
I fucking hate you fucking people. Oh, you people fucking suck.
Isabella makes a declarative statement indicating that she feels confident. This could mean that she strongly believes what she's saying. It seems Isabella has experienced some sort of hallucinations and delusions. Delusions can lead to strong beliefs or perceptions that are not based in this reality.
Perfectly valid address here in the city of Aurora, which is where we're at today.
It's so obvious that I'm not her.
Really?
Yeah.
So she has the same scar you do.
Okay. It's
Merely
not the
another
same.
coincidence?
It's not the same. It's a little different.
Merely
We both
a
have scar on our
coincidence?
arm. Jeez. Do you guys believe
She
in
was
destiny?
involved in a last night where her mother brutally stabbed her mother 151 times.
151 times?
In the course of that,
151 times.
her hands got
Holy
cut, just
fuck.
like you. Another coincidence, you say?
After an autopsy was performed, it was discovered that Yumi had actually 31 stab wounds to the face and 48 stab wounds to the neck, totally 79 stab wounds. However, there were multiple injuries to the breast of body that were done with a baseball bat, and potentially be 151 total injuries, which could include like self-defense wounds or bruises. After Isabella left the crime scene, what exactly happened?
After fleeing from the crime scene, Isabella made her way to a Mart grocery store. And after that, she spent the night in a blue Jeep in a parking garage off south of Parker Road.
But what they found to be even more suspicious was the various items sitting outside the vehicle.
You're found in a parking garage with a knife that appears to be the murder weapon.
You didn't find me with
used
the
in
knife.
this.
Don't
Another
lie.
coincidence?
You did not find me with
Is that
the
a
knife.
coincidence again?
Only a short time later, would Isabella committed the unthinkable. And if you want to know how, you should hear what she said a few minutes later.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. When you went into H Mart today, were you covered in blood?
No.
Oh, yes, you were.
No, it was.
You're on the video.
Also, detectives then confront her with another piece of evidence. For explain that the H Mart video camera shows a bloody Isabella walking into the bathroom. When they checked the content of the room, they found the clothing and bandages, all with amount of blood.
Stop acting like a victim.
I am a victim.
No, you're not. You're not a victim of anything. The man who's sitting in the room next door who came in here and identified you
He must be
as,
crazy.
as your father is a victim.
He must be crazy.
She's either seriously, legitimately, 100% delusional or an extremely skilled liar.
Right to the end, Isabella refused to acknowledge her real identity. Although there may be an explanation behind her sheer roller coaster of a story.
Well, as it turned out, Isabella was suffering from schizophrenia. She experienced delusion for years. She was found guilty by reason of insanity and subsequently committed to the Colorado Mental Health Institute, which is why they didn't put her in a jail. Well, what do you think? Is Isabella really a good liar and faking everything, or does she have a mental health issue? After 2017, following the brutal crime, Isabella declared that she was ready to release. She's saying, "I was not myself.
I did that, and I have since been restored to full health."
In 2021, she was granted limit permission to leave the facility under supervision, provided she wore a GPS tracker. Nevertheless, it remains uncertain if and when she will fully regain her freedom, or if her visit outside will be limited only therapy sessions.
It's a chilling reminder that in our small world, where a daughter murders her mother, there are still societies where humans are haunted and consumed. Stay tuned for our next video where we delve into another case involving a young boy who gets lost in the jungles and is murdered alive by the tribes of cannibals. If you're intrigued by these tales and really want to know what the boy does in his last minutes, the next video is made for you. Don't miss out.